Today, I'd like for you to imagine that you could retire 1, 2, or 3 years earlier than you had previously planned with increased confidence. Also, imagine you could save $1 million in taxes throughout your lifetime. Does that sound interesting? These are not the exceptions. This week, I sat down with my financial advisor, Neil. His contact information is below. He's a certified financial planner, and Alex is his partner. He's a financial planning coordinator. I sat down to discuss with them feedback from 66 clients that they met with in the last year. Last year, they created a plan-only service, fixed fee, plan only. I think it's $3,600. I know it is. And it gives you 12 months of engagement with that. So it's not just a plan creation. Here's 40 pieces of paper, but here's 12 months of engagement with that. So if you have problems, concerns, things change, you got somebody to talk to. They gave me client feedback on their experiences, and there were 5 takeaways that I want to get into a little more specifically. The average client was between 45 and 65. So some people a few years away from retirement, some are right there at it, some are actually in retirement. I'm going to go through some errors, misunderstandings that they're seeing from strong, confident DIYers, just like my audience here. You guys aren't the average audience, believe me. This plan creation, like I said, was created 12 months ago with a lot of pushing by me, a lot of persistence, tenacity, nagging by me, working with Neil and Alex to say, hey, there are people that want this service or just plan only. They don't want to go assets under management. Let's get into those 5 learnings from 66 clients. Number 1, most people realize they can retire years earlier than they expected. What's that worth? Also, confidence. Very common problem is working one more year. You start to doubt your numbers that you created. You put in numbers for rates of return, for inflation, when you're taking Social Security, your own tax plan. And I'm telling you, you need to get that right. You want to get it right. So you start getting inside your own head and you kick things out one more year. You start to get real conservative. Very common problem. People get very conservative in their numbers, meaning like, hey, inflation is going to be 6% and my rates of return are going to be 3. Okay. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you get it. So people are retiring earlier. That's what these 66 clients are telling the feedback after they met with them. They're retiring earlier. Customized plans. Number 2. YouTube is great. I'm a YouTube content creator, but I can only give general advice. I don't give general advice. Sorry to use that word. Scratch the word advice. I'm only telling my story. I'm telling the decisions I'm making and why. But your inputs aren't the same as mine. Your risk tolerance is not the same as mine. Okay. You may have a mortgage. I don't have a mortgage. You may have a pension. I don't have a big pension. I got a small pension. Taking that general advice and creating a plan from that can have some hazards to it. Neil and Alex will build 4 or 5 plans customized to you. And why I say 4 or 5 plans, they'll give different options like semi-retirement, retiring this year, retiring 2 years from now, spouse-only retirement, one of you retiring, maybe some legacy optimization that you want, which one leaves the most money for my kids or something like that. But your unique plan that you can pick and choose from, you can optimize together. So custom plans versus just all this advice and coaching that you get from YouTube. Great stuff out there. I think there's so much to learn, and you're so much more of a powerful, strong, confident DIY investor by looking at YouTube, but having somebody that's a professional look at your plan makes a difference. Okay. Keep in mind as I'm going through these are strong, confident DIYers that are signing up for this plan creation. These are coming from my channel. I'm sorry to hit my microphone again. Okay. Number 3, huge savings on taxes. I mean, you're paying $3,600 for a complex plan creation, review, and 12 months of engagement. And 8 of the last 10 clients that Neil and Alex met with saved over $1 million each in taxes. That's insane. Most of the people know what Roth conversions are. They know that they should be doing it, but Roth conversions are directly linked to your IRMA, which are that's your Medicare Part B premiums. That's linked to income. It's linked to the timing of your Social Security, okay, and all your other income sources. All these things work together. So you can't just make one decision for Roth conversions, a separate decision for Social Security, and a separate decision for IRMA. You got to have a complex software look at how they all work together, or you're going to most likely pay a significant more amount in taxes. What accounts to draw from first? You know, do you draw from your traditional IRA? Do you draw from your Roth IRA, your brokerage account, your savings account? Which one do you take money out to live on this year and why? Okay. Alex and Neil will tell you that. Number 4, software assumptions and input errors. Guys, I use a software package called Boldin. I love it. But what Neil and Alex are seeing, a lot of people, 90% in their terms, you know, their math, 90% have dangerous assumptions for rates of return, inflation, expenses, what their expenses are going to be, tax planning. The most common area is I'm going to have lower rates of return. They're going to be real conservative. They're going to have higher inflation. Their expenses are going to be higher, and their tax planning is not quite right. All these things add up to working more years. Okay. They're going to review your inputs, educate you on history, what they use for other clients, what's been successful. Things like healthcare, talk about that. And, you know, they're going to use their proprietary software, does a Monte Carlo analysis, and you'll be able to see confidence from that. The 5th bullet, I think I'm on 5, is clarity. Clarity. Fear is trumped by information. And I'm telling you, if you're 5 years out, you probably don't have this fear yet. But once you get 3, 4, 5 months away from retirement, fear is natural. I had it. Okay. And it's trumped by information. You don't know what you don't know. Neil and Alex will turn complex topics into simple, clear, actionable steps you take, and spouses love it. I'm telling you, it's very common. This is like 99% of people I've talked to. One person takes care of the long-term finances, like the retirement planning, and the other person just says, do whatever. Spouses sit in on these, and they get a lot of confidence that their partner is not crazy. Okay. So you can go into this together. It's a team. You can approach it as a team, and also your spouse has a plan just in case one of you unfortunately passes away. You know what the plan was. You know what the plan is, and then you can pick up from there. 12 months engagement. When I talked to Neil about providing a plan only for under $4,000, I was not expecting him to say, oh, I'll do this for $3,600 and 12 months of engagement. I was not expecting that. So, hey, Neil and Alex told me, you know, for this video, They have the capacity for the next 3 months to do 8 people a month. So that's 24. Okay, 24 just for this summer. They're going to um, be able to ramp up to that. They've been doing about 4 months. They're ramping up to 8. This is not a volume business. They're not trying to, hey, let's squeeze out a few more. They're seeking quality and personalized to your goals. But they have some time to do 8 a month for the next 3 months. So could you be one of the individuals saying, hey, I met with Alex and Neil and I've retired 2 years earlier than I thought was possible, and I saved $1 million on taxes? I'm telling you, I get those comments and emails every day, every single day. Give them a call. Look for the phone icon in the show more notes down there and give them a call. This is not for everybody, but I'm telling you, those DIYers that want a second set of eyes to create a complex plan, maybe to compare to their Excel spreadsheet, the feedback and impact has been dramatic. Joe out.